they have added a thing to the Arabic language which didn't exist in old Arabic. If you look at old Arabic manuscripts, even the old Qur'ans, for example, the Qur'an that was written by Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu, you see that there was no shadda or tashdid. They call it shadda, and in Iran we call it tashdid. Above the word Allah, there's a thing that's known as the shadda, which also looks like the number 3. Okay, so when you put that over Allah, it becomes like 33. However, this free-looking symbol thing was added later to the Arabic language, and is not in the oldest copies of the Quran. And also look at the Quran of Hassan ibn Ali radiallahu anhu, the son of Ali ibn Abi Talib. Hassan radiallahu anhu also didn't have a shadda or tashdid over the name of Allah. He also didn't use this. And Ali radiallahu anhu also. And look at the oldest Qurans. When you look at the Kufi language, Kufi manuscripts, when you look at the Arabian manuscripts, none of them had this shadda or tashdid. This was added much later. And so they try to make the fitra itself, the Quran itself, the word Allah itself, more similar to the things that they copied from Islam. So they try to make Islam look more like the number 33 than it is. The Islamic language, the Islamic words look even more like the number 33. Okay, so this is not them copying the fitra, this is them trying to alter what they were copying in the first place. By the way, another example of them trying to actually change the fitra itself, the true religion itself, to make us resemble them even more, not just to copy us, but to make us appear like them. Another example is what they've done with the name of Allah. They write Allah in the form of a snake. If you pay close attention, you see that they even put a head of a snake. You see, that's not Arabic. There's no such thing in the Arabic language. That thing that they add on the top right of Allah, of the L of Allah, that's the head of that which looks like the head of a snake. That doesn't exist in the Arabic language. For those of you who don't speak Arabic, especially for Christians who might be deceived by this, that doesn't exist in the Arabic language, although today it's almost everywhere. It's in Iran, it's in Saudi Arabia, it's everywhere. It's even on some of the stuff that I have. Some of the things that I use in my house, some of the Islamic things that I have, they have them. I'm throwing them away. I noticed it and I started getting rid of them. But if you watch some of my old videos, even I had this on when I would show something that said Allah on it. Sometimes it would be in this shape, and it's in the shape of a snake. And remember, in Freemasonry, they worship this so-called snake god, which is actually a shaitan. It's actually one of the symbols of Freemasonry, this satanic snake, which is actually Iblis, or the actual devil, or Lucifer. And we see it on Imran Hussein, of course, and we see it in Iran, we see it in Saudi Arabia. All of them, all these Kuffar and Munafiqeen use this symbol, and they've done this on purpose. And I can go into great detail about how they've done this with the name of Allah. Inshallah, I will make a separate video about this in the future. But so you see what they're doing is on two levels. They copy the fitra, and then they change the very thing that they're copying to make it look even more like their ideology.